Burlington is a home for many groups of people, including a large percentage of college students. One thing that has changed over the course of the past year has been the significant increase to the cost of living.
I feel like I'm in a worse financial situation since the past 2 years, since I'm a first year in college and I had no financial obligations, but now going into it, I have to take on this entire obligation of tuition and housing.
College is a big financial commitment, but students living downtown are facing additional costs.
I think that the overall rent increase in Burlington is affecting a lot of graduating seniors, especially because people would rather move to another city that's cheaper than stay in Burlington because people don't want to have to pay more than they're used to here.
Although the property value has increased, there are many issues with these old homes.
The heating issues in our house are pretty serious. It's an old house, so it leaks. We pay a lot extra for our heating, and it's not really effective, especially in the winter. That's a big concern.
The Burlington housing market is not the only issues that these students are facing.
40% of the US dollars in circulation have been printed in the past year. So I think inflation is a contributing factor. You look at the Dollar Tree, right, or the dollar store, they're raising their prices from $1 to $1.25. Kind of goes against their name.
Prices everywhere are increasing. All of these small price increases added up can leave a pretty big dent in the wallet of these college students.
So if there's an increased cost of living, it should be hand in hand with the salaries. Since the roaring 20s, it stopped right. If you look at a graph, there's a correlation between the cost of living and the amount people being paid, and it's like around, I think, either the 70s or the 90s that graph started to change and go in different directions.
If you want to be independent, it's pretty difficult to do that as a student, financially independent, unless you are willing to go into debt, which most people in this country are, most students in this country are. Certainly I know, like, on my path, I'm someone who's trying to be both a student and financially independent, and it's something I haven't been able to do. I have to either be working or going to school. Simply just, I mean, you can't hold down a full-time job and be a full-time student while still getting 8 hours of sleep.
All of these increased costs, plus the price of college, can start to be more trouble than it's worth. UVM had its biggest freshman class this year, but nationally college enrollment is decreasing. If UVM and Vermont want to keep their students here, they are going to need to come up with better solutions to this issue.